Estem amb el Willy al We Are Water. I ara no em direu, mireu, allà hi ha el sol, vale? I aquí veieu núvols, cada cop més xungo, cada cop més lleig, i allà hornos. Aquí sembla Mordor, això Mordor, no hornos.
Hi, finally we arrived to Cape Horn.
Yes, at the other side of the ladder we have the lighthouse that is showing us that we are crossing. So from now we are pointing to Barcelona and we are very excited to arrive home. Thank you very much from the One Planet, One Ocean Farmatón.
Hola, aquí estamos en el Cabo de Hornos, por fin. Ha costado 66 días llegar hasta aquí. Parece que sea el fin ya del frío y de las condiciones duras, pero sabemos que aún quedan unos días un poco de rasqueta. Y nada, ya rumbo norte, noreste, para casa, que hay ganas. Venga, We Are Water.
When I was a child, reading the sailing books of the master sailors, Knox Johnson, and all the sailors that sail around the world, and also following the around the world races like Bob, Vendée Globe, or Whitbread, always the Cape Horn is a very important path in the route. So you always think one day I have to be there, but I couldn't realize that one day I'm gonna be here and sailing with my brother non-stop from Barcelona. That's double important for me. So it was a magnificent experience. Very, very important day in a sailor's life. At the first time, it's very emotive experience because it means also the beginning of the comeback home. We're gonna have days of wind and cold days. We are in the north, but it's a very important day. Yeah, we feel more closer, even if it's only 200 or 300 miles difference. But at least the heating and it's near to north. Every mile that we do, it's a mile to come back home. We sail step by step. So every ocean we sail the better that we know. And we think in Hornos, the last part of the Pacific, but because it was the next cape that we have to pass. But I think we don't realize very well.
So We Are Water, Willie Garcia and Bruno Garcia, the brothers, went round Cape Horn at 6 minutes past 10 in the evening on Saturday. They had quite moderate conditions really for such a fearsome cape, and it was a very powerful moment for the brothers. They had really followed the history of round the world races and the pioneers when they were young. They followed the races like the BOC, the Vendée Globe and the Whitbread, and they really appreciate what Cape Horn means to the professional sailors and amateur sailors alike. And so sailing as brothers round the Cape non-stop from Barcelona was a really powerful moment for them. Willie Garcia in particular said it's a magnificent experience, a very, very important day in the sailor's life. And of course the release out of the Pacific and into the Atlantic. He said in particular they feel so much closer to be out of the Pacific. It's only a passage of 200 or 300 miles all in all round the Cape and up towards the east of the Falklands. It's only a matter of 200 or 300 miles, but each mile makes them feel so much closer to home. Conditions have been quite good for them, and since then they've been going fairly quickly. They have a really great battle on their hands with One Planet, One Ocean and Farmatón. They were only 32 miles behind as they rounded, and they're in good conditions again today.
Bueno, ara anem a celebrar com es mereix l'ocasió, cadascú amb els seus capritxos, no Aleix?
Sí.
Què carai fem aquí, els Garcia?
Celebrar.
Celebrar.
Jo porto uns ganxitos, una cervesa, què portes, Aleix?
Pues jo porto una Coca-Cola i unes crispetes.
Bien.
Per menjar-me-les aquí mentre passem el cap, com si estigués mirant una pel·lícula.
Molt bé.
Iei! Una mica pel barco. Gràcies, Sus, per deixar-nos passar. Una mica.
Bon profit.
Salut!
Salut. Bé.
per Hornos.
Chemini Pujla, off the latitude of Recife on the northeast corner of Brazil in the solid trade winds. Breeze not quite so good for Neutrogena and Gaius, struggling to get to the trade winds. Lighter winds ahead, just over 200 miles between the two. And there, after passing Cape Horn, there you see We Are Water and One Planet One Ocean, still close, only 10 miles apart in terms of latitude, but 60 miles apart in terms of longitude. And then approaching Cape Horn in strong winds expected, Renault Captur just heading towards the coast just now. They have just jibed this morning. And conditions better now for Spirit of Hungary, at the back of the fleet. Southwesterlies, and they're paralleling the Antarctic exclusion zone.
Yeah, for the moment we're okay. For the moment we don't have that much wind. We got, I think, 20 knots. But what will be approaching us is not too cool. How could you approach a massive storm? I mean, you know what is going to happen. You prepare everything to take a third weave. You take everything to secure everything, but you don't know what happens in the end. So it might be that we hit 60, 65 to 70 knots of wind with 10 meter seas. Well, I mean, nothing you can't get prepared for that. Tomorrow morning, what about 7 o'clock? Well, man, it can't be more difficult than that for sure. Really happy because the boat is not that good with the water. It was really frightening sailing with this infected weather system, doing quite a lot of Chinese drives. You never know when. So really happy that will be finished. Really happy. Well, it's stable like it was like on port deck. It's quite alright. On starboard, at certain angles, it's really, really dangerous. Sure, we're tired because I mean it's like it's quite exhausting, and even if you have a boat with a lot of problems, you're getting less sleep, you're getting more stress. With more stress and less sleep, you're surely getting more tired. Sure.
And next to go down Cape Horn will be Renault Captur. That's Jörg Rieters, our German skipper, and the tall French co-skipper Sébastien Odegan. For Seb, it's going to be his fourth passage, and for Jörg, it will be his first time. Conditions looking pretty difficult for them. They have a very strong low pressure coming in behind them. At the moment, they actually have 18 to 20 knots of breeze. It's quite light, and really they could be doing with going faster if they could. Seb explained that the one of their problems is that the forecast is for 40 knots, but if they get in close to the coast, into Cape Horn itself and the west Chilean coast, then the breeze really accelerates down the coast there, and they could see 50, 60 knots, gusting 70 if they don't get round in time. Schedule should be okay. We're expecting them there around about 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning, UTC. But really they both sounded quite tired, quite exhausted. They're really trying to manage the situation as best they can to make sure that they have the boat prepared to go round and they have themselves rested as much as possible. But Jörg in particular said they've had low after low, depression after depression in the last week or 10 days, and so it's been quite hard, and the constant stress of the rudder problem, they'll be delighted and really pleased to get out of the Pacific.
Okay, situation for the Barcelona World Race for today. The leader Pujula is very close to equator now. It's still with good wind from southeast trade wind, but it will decreasing quickly during the day and the beginning of the night. We can expect it pass equator around in this evening around 10 10 in the evening. About Neutrogena and Gaes, they are still in a little difficulty to come really in the trade wind from east. So it could have this wind better for Neutrogena around midday, and with the west wind, the trade wind from west, it will, of course, have a better course to win in latitude. It's the same for Gaes, around 200 miles difference of north-south, so good condition coming for them to go to the equator. They could expect they will be for Neutrogena close to 15 of Mars, and 1 day later for Gaes, 16, just a few hours behind Neutrogena. For the next, for One Planet, One Ocean and We Are Water, it's still like a race match because they are very close. Only 60 miles difference between the two boats, east to west, and north-south it's around less than 10 miles. So they are very close in the same situation, the same speed on each boat, and we can expect we can have a really good competition to go to catch the trade wind in the 2 days coming. For the condition for them, for the moment, is the west wind, southwest wind, good condition. But for tomorrow, the wind will be in the north, stronger, so they have to be very close to the wind for the tomorrow midday. About Renault Capture, it's really severe condition, more difficult, because it will pass Cap Horn. It will pass Cap Horn at 6:30 UTC tomorrow morning. But for him, it's a strong low pressure coming. So he has to go quickly to be sure to pass before the stronger wind. And we think he could pass a few hours before the strong north wind. And at this passage, he will have to catch northwest and west wind, but strong, close to 45, maybe 50 knots of wind. So good sea, big wave, but it could be all right anyway. It's the best, it's the worst condition of all the fleet for passing Cap Horn. About Spirit of Hungary, it's now in better condition because it will get some southwest wind, so it will be very close to the exclusive zone, but with good speed. And we can expect it will be to the Cap Horn around 14, 15 of March. So a long way, but better speed for him now. It's not with the anticyclone. He can go faster with the new low pressure coming with him and going to Cap Horn.